All right, good morning. Okay, we're going to do this is day 5 of the week 2, so we'll just call it day 5. And if you've been following along, you know that yesterday was it was a kitchen sink workout. We put everything in there. So when that happens, sometimes the next morning you might have a plan, but things might feel a little differently, right? So yesterday was a lot of leg work, a lot of push torso work, and so those areas are feeling just a little bit fatigued. So what I thought today is I'm going to take a look at those areas we really didn't address yesterday. And one was definitely we didn't do a lot of pulling, even though we did a modified Chinese plank into the ground. We didn't do a lot of strenuous hinging, okay? And then the core was activated, but it wasn't challenged. And so I thought today would do what we call it anti-extension. So some type of planking action that it just where you're holding that midsection more isometrically, more isometric contraction. So let's take a look. Now here's the other thing. Very busy weekend, a lot of yard work, feeling kind of tired this morning. So I thought, well, I'm going to still keep my training. So how am I going to do that? Instead of taking the day off, still get some activation that we need, go through the action, and you always feel better going through the action, doing something that morning. So, or that day, after when you're in that state of fatigue. So let's take a look at the program for the day and how we're going to how we'll mitigate that. So day 5, we're going to start out with, so we have a pull, we got a core, we got a hinge. Those are the motions we were talking about. And then of course we have the cardio. Well, first thing is cardio, we're just going to do steady state. I'm going to get on there, I'm going to lock it in, I'm going to get some blood pumping, I'm going to get a nice little sweat going, and breathe a little heavy, but I'm not going to crush it. All right, I'll do that for 20 minutes. And then we're going to introduce, when the body's a little fatigued, ladders work really well. It's a way to get a lot of volume in without necessarily the intensity and also the mental, push and drive. You can just mark them off and keep going. So what's a ladder? Well, very simply, if I'm going to do, my exercise is going to be the pull-up, the ab wheel, and the swing. So what I will do is on the first round, I'm going to start with pull-up, I'm just going to do one pull-up. Then I'm going to do one ab wheel. And then my steady number is 8 swings, okay? Then I'm going to go to the second round. I'm going to do 2 pull-ups. Then I'm going to do 2 ab wheel and 8 swings. Third round, do 3 pull-ups, 3 ab wheel, and 8 swings. So follow. And I'm going to go up to 7. I'm going to repeat 7. I'm going to come back down. And if I'm feeling okay, I might just do that again. All right? So what I'll end up with is about, I think I calculated out, it's about 112 reps of pull-ups, 112 reps of the ab wheel, and somewhere in the 200 realm for the swings. Okay, so I'll get the volume, I'll get that accumulation, but without necessarily having to have mentally just pushing myself and keep going. Okay, again, stretching it out. Right, got the time. Going to add a little bit more if I was really adhering to the typical protocol. I would do the 20 minutes of steady state. I would probably just keep laddering up until my 20 minutes was up, and then I'd hit my stretches. But today, I think we can add this little bit in, because I know that once I get started, I'll be able to keep going. Okay. If I have absolutely no equipment, I'm gonna jump on a bike. Everybody has a bike around. You can even jump on your kid's bike for that matter if you really are strapped. Right? Go get a nice strong ride, go on a course that's got some undulating hills that'll make you work. And then I'll just put a broom handle over the back of 2 chairs. I'll do chair inverted rows. And then I'm going to do plank shoulder touches. So you're just down in plank position on the elbow. You stand up, reach across, on your hands. Then you're just going to switch one hand supports while the other one touches the shoulder. Put that hand down, the other side goes. Okay? And then always the burpees are fantastic. There's a hinging action in the burpees. It's also systemic, so you get that little cardiovascular, cardiorespiratory bump. And I would do the same thing. I'd say, let's say maybe I start at 3. I go 3, and then I do 5 shoulder touches, and then I do my 5 burpees. Then I'll go back. I go 4, and I'll just build up to the point where I'm starting to lose technique, and then I'll work my way back down, and if I'm really feeling it, then go back up to that number again, work back down. You can do up and down ladders as much as you want to. It's completely up to you as long as you're maintaining the quality of the action. Okay, so what I'm going to do is get started. I'm going to pop you in on, let's say, on that probably that second round of 7. You'll see the 7, shut it down, and then come back at the end of all of it, and we'll have our little fireside after workout chat. Okay, let's get started. Okay, welcome back. Okay, this is 7 on the ladder, and you know, I made some adjustments. I didn't do that second set of 7 and come back down, so I'm going to drop total reps by 14. I think it ends up being around 98 for the wheel and the pull-ups, and just honestly, just because it was more, I had to work awful hard, and I don't want to compromise technique, so I'm going to stay on it. So here we are, second round. This is 7, and then we'll get back. And obviously, take a little longer to recover. You know, so I definitely have some cumulative fatigue, and I'm at to weigh that in the next day or so, and what I need to do. Okay. All right, here we go. Let's get to this last one of 7. And wheel after pull-up is definitely very difficult. A lot of the same movement, it's a lot of the same muscle groups. And then each weight swings, stay the same. And today I'm using the 40 kilo. Again, adjustments to make it work. Okay, I'll pop you off again, get down to 1, and then we'll chat a little bit afterwards. Okay, all right, here we go. So, the ladder. The ladder is just a great training tool because you can really manage the intensity. Okay, so, you know, I could get my reps in, I could get a workout in, I could get good quality reps in, right? All those things are a bonus without having to necessarily keep the pedal down and then, you know, either overcook or just, you know, set up a downward spiral that I can't get out of in the next couple of days, right? So the idea is that we're coming back out here, we're going to hit this again and again and again. And so we have to play with intensity and formatting and so on. So, you know, coming back tomorrow, right now I'm not really sure. I mean, I know what areas we need to hit, right? We did a pull today, we did obviously a good core work, and then we did a hinge, so I know some other things, but I might play with some you know, some intervals, machine intervals and stuff mixed in. So it's just about getting through the work but not taxing anything out. So again, we'll cover that tomorrow. Great job. I think that's it. All right, we'll see you tomorrow.